Please welcome Otis Wellborn.
Welcome to the Wellborn Experience. And
if
now
you
your
love my
host,
Wellborn Experience jingle, make some noise. First and foremost, I want to give honor to God because without him, none of this would even be possible. Yesterday, we saw a video Tony Jiri put on the screen yesterday. It was a kid that was at like some kind of event. And he started dancing. He was doing some strange things. And before we knew it, he started to make a movement. So right now, I want to take the time to thank Traci and Scott Lewis for being those people in San Antonio to do some really strange dances that caused some movement in Texas. And the movement was so strong that they attracted a guy with a brilliant mind named Pat Hayes. And Pat Hayes, he's been doing his dance and jingle so long that somehow it's been trickled up to Cincinnati, Ohio. And I'm very proud to be a part of that. So I want to say thank you to all of you. Grab your pens. I got 3 points for you today. 3 points. Number one, I'm going to cover 3 things today. Believe in yourself. Number one, believe in yourself. Number 2, speak your success. Speak your success. And number 3, get your mind right. Get your mind right. So who am I? Otis Wellborn, 39 years of age. I'm married. I have 3 kids, Ava, Isla, and AJ. Married to Karen. I've been in law enforcement for 11 years, and you know what? I just got tired. I was like, you know what? I was in college to get my MBA, and I said, you know what? I'm going to take my talents elsewhere. So obviously, when you're dealing with police work, it's to protect and serve, right? Well, I wanted to take my talents somewhere else and still be able to protect and serve, but in a different capacity. So I chose real estate. And I want to share this story with you because I feel like it'll resonate with you. So my wife told me, she said, hey, you know what? I think you'll be really good at real estate. I said, okay, cool. I'm going to do this. I was so determined. I got my mind right. I was going to work. I was a police officer, and I remember looking up the information. I was like, you know what? I'm going to study this information, and I'm going to get these classes out of the way, and I'm going to go, talk to the nearest brokerage, and I'm going to find me a job. So I went out and reached out to a company that's local back home, and I don't know about you, but have you ever met someone that just spoke something into your life and it just ignited you like a fire? Okay, so I went to a place called Comey and Shepherd. I met the president of the company. Let me back up. Before I met with this lady, I'm a praying man. So I went before her, I started praying. I said, you know what, God? Allow me to see the things that I need to see and allow me to hear the things I need to hear. Okay? So I went to this lady. She's never met me a day in her life. Okay? She just started speaking life into my situation. She said, you know what? You're going to be rookie of the year. You're going to sell a ton of houses. I see it. I see it all over you. So much, I'm going to do something for you. She said, I'm going to pay your tuition. The ironic thing about that is when I prayed to God and I said, God, allow me to hear something that I need to hear, I heard paid tuition the night before. So when I heard that, I knew there was my sign. I quit police right away. I had people tell me, you know what, you're a damn fool. You're a damn fool. You're going to leave this job that pays you 2 weeks every week? You're going to leave your pension to go do a job that's not guaranteed? But I had my sign from God, and I have not looked back since. So I get to my first, thank you so much. Thank you. So I get to my first brokerage. And I meet the manager, and there's always a naysayer somewhere, right? There's always a naysayer. Never surround yourself with negative people. You want somebody to believe in you when you don't believe in yourself, okay? I had already got my mind right. I was like, you know what? I'm going to be successful. So I'm sitting at a table with people like you, sitting at a table, The manager says, hey, what are your goals this year? I said, I'm going to sell 50 houses my first year. He said, 50 houses? I said, yeah, I'm going to sell 50 houses. Needless to say, I sold 38, but he didn't think I was going to do it. Why did I do it? Because I believed in myself. I believed in myself. I told myself I was going to be successful. When you get your mind right and you believe in yourself, there is nothing that nobody can tell you that you can't do. So, just want to touch on my quick success real quick. Number one, first year, 5.3 million, 38 units. Second year, 6 million, 43 units. I was featured on the ABC show, The American Dream Show. And hot off the press, I want to announce this today. I just got the call. I'm going to be featured when I get back home in the Cincinnati Real Producers book as the agent on the rise for EXP. How about that? So we're going to be well represented in that book. Well represented in that book. So I want to touch on a few things. I played that song because I wanted y'all to see how confident I am. It's not about being full of yourself. I just believe in my brand. I believe in my brand. And I feel like if I believe in my brand, doesn't matter if you believe in my brand, but I'm going to believe in my brand enough until you believe it. That song is catchy. It's a jingle, right? My plan was this. I'm going to brand myself until you think about me subconsciously. Okay? So if you go on any of my social media platforms, you're going to see me hashtag the Wellborn experience. You're going to see my jingles. You're going to see me everywhere. Here's some pictures right here. I put a lot of content out on Facebook and different platforms. This gentleman here is a big exec for a big company back home. And trust me, you know the products. I don't want to say the company's name, but trust me, you know the products. He found me online. I was branding myself. That he found me organically online. You see that shirt? I gave him and his wife a shirt at closing. My idea was I was going to make myself my clients walking billboards for me. How brilliant is that? How brilliant. And then he just happened to send me a selfie. He says, hey, guess what? I'm rocking the Wellborn experience today. So imagine him going to the golf course or being around other execs and he see my brand. Brand yourself. If I can advise you to do anything to sell real estate, brand yourself. All right. So, real quick, I branded myself so much, I want to acknowledge somebody. My sponsor, Sandy Cisneros. Stand up, please. I am forever grateful for you because I branded myself so much that you found me all the way in Texas. The power of Facebook, the power of social media. She reached out to me, and here's something I want to point out to you guys. She did not say, hey, oh, by the way, I work for EXP. She did not. She asked me about me. She said, hey, I love your marketing. What are you doing? Hey, can you switch it to the next picture, please? With the rugs. So these are rugs that I give my clients at closing. These are customized rugs. It's a lady back home that does these by hand. So as you as the client, I get a feel for you as a person, okay? I take that in return and figure out what I want to put on your rug. These are the things that I was doing to brand myself. It made me separate myself from other realtors back home, okay? Sandy happened to see that, and she contacted me. She says, hey, you know what? I like your branding. I like what you're doing. You're killing it. I see that you're selling a lot of units. She was more focused on me. She was not telling me about EXP. That is key, folks. That is key. She saw something in me. She saw my ability. She saw my marketing. She saw my skills. So in return, she reached out. She didn't say anything what she had to offer. She was more interested in me, okay? That is key. That is key. And I'll be honest, I've been guilty of that. As soon as I found out the information, I wanted to call everybody. Who wouldn't you want to call and tell about EXP, right? So I got the Circle of Excellence Award twice. First year as an agent in the second year, okay? So we got to talking about awards. I said, well, what kind of award do you have in Texas? She said, the Icon Award. I said, well, what's the requirements for that? She said, well, how much did you sell? I said, I did $6 million. I sold 40 units. She said, you're an icon. I said, well, what does an icon mean? She says, oh, well, that means you're going to cap. You're going to meet the $16,000 cap. And after you sell 20 units, you're going to get it back in company stock. What? What? Coldwell Banker who? Where do I sign up? When I heard that information, I was done. I was done immediately. It's one of those things that once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Okay? This is not a dream here. Anybody that's trying to think about EXP, this is the real deal, y'all. Let's be transparent. Okay, so I sold $6 million. Coldwell Banker sent me a 1099 the other day. I think it was like 105 or 106,000. Okay, let's take those same numbers and put it on the EXP plan. I would have grossed $170,000. So in other words, I gave myself a raise to leave. Who's going to leave $60,000 on the table? Not me. Not me. So let that be a real life example to somebody that's thinking about this and saying, let me be honest. The 50% commission split, those days are over. Those days are over, folks. Those days are over. 60-40 split, over. 70-30 split, over. 80-20, sell your units, 100. There's no, 100%. It's not made up. It's a real, listen, I would have went Icon my first 2 years, which means I missed out on at least $32,000 in stock. Okay? That's not to mention that I missed out on the equity resource program because I could have bought some at a 20% discount every time I closed. And look at how many units I closed. So I took a major loss. I lost more than the $65,000. Let that sink in. Think about that. I told some people 2 years ago that the whole world would know my brand and the whole world would know who I was. And here I am in a room in front of people across the U.S. to be able to share my testimony and my brand in front of all you people. So I feel like that was a prayer answered. So speak your success. Speak your success when people don't believe in you, because it doesn't matter. Let them let you look crazy. It's okay. Speak your success. I don't even want to preach. I was going to talk about the Bible. Never mind. Okay? But there's power and life in the tongue. Believe that. Speak your success. And the last thing I want to say is this. Traci, you have my word. Pat, you have my word. Myself and Ladarius, we're going to do our dance, and we're going to gain our momentum in Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm done.